Shalom, shalom, shalom. Give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Today's topic I'm be talking about is basically us Israelites shouldn't be working for these heathens. Plus, so-called black people was here before the heathens. Because basically a plantation last week Friday, basically it's heathen, but what do you say again? Saying basically telling me I can't be on my phone or something like that. Try to say give me basically my last warning, but damn devil, man. That's why so we shouldn't be working for the heathens because these so-called white people, basically they're the managers and that they think they're above all us so-called Israelites. They want to be telling us what to do. Plus these managers be walking around inside like there's something special, man. They're bored, man. They ain't got nothing to do, man. That's why they always want to try to find a little thing. They want to blame us for, innit? Because even I think yesterday, no, not yesterday, Friday, I was at a plantation and see some Jake and I think he's doing his job and I think he's a banksman that he's doing his job. He must have already knew what's gonna happen earlier because I see the gate is gonna drop. The gate dropped and that, and soon the gate dropped, I see this heathen manager come up to him and started shouting at him, saying like, "Why are you dropping the gate and that?" But it wasn't his fault, innit? He even said to him like, "It's not my fault. It dropped by mistake, innit?" Then after that, they started arguing back and forth and that. Yeah, Jake put it on him. He said that if you wanna argue, you can argue, innit, or you can just leave it as that, innit? After the heathen manager, he didn't know what to say, man, because slavery days are over. You can't be talking to us like what student slavery. Them slavery days are finished, man. As soon as the Most High returns, and all that be put to end, man. Because us as special people, we should be having handmaids and having servants. Not we shouldn't be working for these dogs, man. Yeah. Start for first precept today. It's Book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 15. And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. Yeah, it's basically talking about when the Most High returns back to the earth and that, all them heathens and that go into captivity and they get destroyed off the earth and that. Because most of these heathens in the world, they even think they don't want to go into captivity and the Most High returns it because they even thinking that that God that they believe in God and that God the heathens can't believe in God because the Israelite people and the heathen people we serve different serve different gods and that. So-called white people, they worship the devil and that, and us Israelites we worship the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because so I'm in the highway and byways teaching and that, always get these heathens coming to us that think they can be saved and that. That's not the fact in that, because well, the Most High come and save these heathens if these heathens had their forefathers in slavery and that. But that's not to worry, because when the Most High returns, as long as we repent and keep the commandments, the Most High will come back and save us Israelites, as long as we keeping the commandments and not going off anything. Because even on Friday camping, a lot of foolishness be going on. I see a lot of Eves, Stu dressing up like harlots and wearing leggings, wearing tight jeans and that, and showing off all the happenings and that. Yeah, Eves need to be dressing modest and stop showing off all your flesh, man, because it's not should slack it, because most of Eves even got husbands and that, and that's for your husband to see, not for the whole world to see. That's why most straight in the world nowadays be having wicked thoughts and trying to do wicked things with them, because once you see the body and there's nothing more to it, because once you see the woman's body and they're showing everything. So like, what they got to offer when you see it in real life, and that it's not it's lucky. One sec. It's basically like you showing everyone your body and that, what things that they basically see everything. They're basically seeing everything. That's not hold on, it's lucky. One sec. Yeah, it's lucky. Basically like, all these Eves are showing everyone their body and that, that's why Jake's just wanna give them a one night stand, because basically they're seeing everything in person and that, so they ain't got nothing. The Eves ain't got nothing to offer. Not all of them, but most of them, they're just dressing like sluts and that, not wearing no bra and that, not wearing no clothes basically, and showing all the body off and that. Eves need to come back, follow the commandments, and start dressing modest and that, man. Wearing skirts and dresses, etc. Even like leggings, like you wear the leggings like over the, not over under the dress and that. So like might be cold and that. So like yeah, but it's up to them, and if they don't want to do it, the most I'll be the judge of that, innit? So yeah, start with the last precept. This book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Yeah, it's basically saying that wicked nations, all the nations that's been oppressing us Israelites, like basically had us in slavery, be doing wickedness to us. It's basically saying once it's like yeah, it's basically saying the wicked people that are basically oppressing the poor and stealing all the riches and that, basically one sec, hold on. Yeah, basically person that basically pressing the poor and that, or showing gifts on the rich, basically will end in poverty and that. Basically all them wicked people are pressing the poor to get themselves far or increase their riches and that. Yeah. When the Most High returns and that, they're all gonna get destroyed on the nations and that, because like we've been in captivity for way too long, even though we're not getting whipped in the back or in a field and that, or picking sugar cane and that. We're still in slavery, because we need to fly out and that. We need passports to fly out. Even basically one sec, even working in that remember in the working industry and that, basically we get taxed like get taxed for every little thing, like NI number, get taxed for national insurance, even get taxed. They even tax us for even tax us one sec, even tax us for a new thing that basically taxing us for basically if you get injured on site and that, shouldn't be taxing us for that. It's stupidness, man. Yeah. So Jake as well now, he he's not in slavery, but it really is, because even to buy food and we gotta go to these other nations and that, go to these like Indian people, these Elam people, man. They even be selling us our own food, like green banana, plantain and that, and even yam, all the so-called Benjamin food. We got to go to these nations and we shouldn't be doing that. We should be having selling our own food to our own people, because that's basically the curses of Deuteronomy, because we disobeyed the Most High. That's why all these nations are ruling over us. We got to go to them to get our food, clothes, water, yeah, everything, man. Lord willing, that when Most High returns and that we'll be keeping the commandments, man. Because reason why we're in this state we're in today, because we brought the commandments of the Most High. That's why a lot of killings going on. A lot of drill rappers talking about killing their own brothers and that. Even that fighting each other in the street and that. So we're getting shut down in America and that because we're not following the commandments, man. Yeah. Can end off a little article on basically turns out the first British people were actually black. Let me read this article and I'll sign out. A DNA sample from a 10,000-year-old skeleton discovered in Glar Cave near Cheddar, George, England offers a remarkable revelation. The first modern British people had dark brown to black skin, according to recent analysis. They also had dark curly hair and blue eyes. In other words, whiteness in Europe is much newer thing than we thought. So it's like the so-called Cheddar Man was a hunter gatherer during the Mesolithic period, which ended just before the appearance of agriculture, while Britain was populated and abandoned by humans during earlier periods. It's like archaeologists think that humans lived on the island continuously from Cheddarman's time through the present day. This is part of what makes the details about his appearance so meaningful. Cheddarman's geolum shows that Europeans didn't develop pale skin until a few thousand years after, rather than tens of thousands of years ago, when humans first migrated west into the European continent. I read the last bit. Cheddar Man subverts people's expectations of what kinds of genetic traits go together. Dr. Tom Booth, an archaeologist from the Natural History Museum in London, said in a release, he reminds us that you can't make assumptions about what people look like in the past based on what people look like in the present, and that the appearance of features we are used to seeing today aren't something that's fixed. Yeah, it's true, man, because so-called black people was here before all these heathens and that, but true say brought the commandments and that. That's why we're not